everyone, it's Laura V here with Cashew this time. A few of you have requested some more training tricks with Cash, my gorgeous little rescue dog that I've had for almost a year now. So I'm going to show you what I believe is the most important thing to teach your dog, and that is to get them to leave it. So to leave a forbidden item or something that could be potentially dangerous, even if it's another dog, person, a cat, a snake, anything, even poison, if your dog knows to leave it when they say something, it could literally mean the difference between life and death. So the leave it command is something that surprisingly lots of us have not taught our dogs, but in my opinion is probably the most important, or if not maybe second to teaching your dog to come back when they're called, which we are going to do in another video. So I hope the tricks are going really well. Let's get on to this one. The first thing you need to do is to pop your beautiful little doggy on a lead. I'm a tad unorthodox when it comes to using leads with my dog, so here's a little slip lead that I've got with Cash. You also need really highly motivating, high value treats. So we've got some of the treats that I made in another video here, along with a little bit of roast chicken too. So in here is the stuff that he's going to work for. So basically what you do is you get your dog off your lap first, and you throw the food just out of reach for your dog. Now your dog, if they haven't learnt this, which I haven't taught Cash to do, will go to take the food, but they won't actually be able to make it because they will be tethered to you. So we just throw it just out of reach. As soon as your dog looks back at you, yes, and give them twice as much as what you had on the ground. Okay, it's really important that what you give them from your hand is better than what was on the ground. Pick up the treat that you had and pop it in your bag. All right, so we'll do it again. So we put a little bit of food, maybe this way. He'll go to take it. As soon as he looks back at me, yes, good boy, he gets twice as much. Practice this over and over and over and over until your dog looks at that treat and they know that they need to come back and look at you, because the fact that they're looking back at you is going to result in a reward rather than trying to take the treat that's on the ground. I hope that makes sense. At this point where your dog is starting to learn a little bit about what you're trying to get them to do, yes, good boy. The fact, actually what he just did then is he saw that treat and he looked at my treat pouch. So he's really smart. He's starting to pick up what I want him to do. Once you're at this point, you can actually throw the food out in front of your dog and introduce the word leave it. So here we go. Leave it. Yes, reward, and give him twice as much once again as what you had put on the ground for him. Good boy. We'll try it again. Leave it. Yes, good boy. How smart are you? Good boy. Well done. And pick that up. All right. Once you get to this point now, it depends on what kind of dog you've got. Cash is a very sensitive, generally timid dog. So these kinds of dogs, it's much easier to teach your dog to do something like this because they're a little bit less certain. If you've got a dog that's a bull at a gate and is ready to go for that treat no matter what, it may take you a couple of days to get to this point. This point meaning when you can actually take the lead off. Now, what we do is we do the exact same exercise, but you need to be in a position to physically block the food. Because your dog's off lead, you need to be able to block it so that your dog can't get to it, because you cannot actually control them because they don't have the lead. So for example, I would go, leave it. If he were to come to get it, I'd go like that, or you'd put your foot on it until he looked back at you. Good boy, well done. How amazing is this little guy? Can you believe he had 3 homes before me? Madness. All right, we'll do it again. Leave it. He knows, so he's starting to understand when he leaves that food, you get something better from me. How easy is this trick and how motivating it is for your dog to learn. When you get to a point where your dog absolutely 100% knows what leave it means, and that no matter what they do, they're never going to get it because you're going to physically block it, you can actually try to test your dog's self-control and put the food quite close to your dog. Now, I have never taught Cash to do this before, and we've been doing this for 4 minutes. So if you're consistent, you can really get some amazing success. Let's see how he goes. Leave it. Yes, good boy. So when I said yes, it's probably a little bit slow. The fact that he just looked straight away, I should have marked that behavior with yes straight away. The other thing you really need to be mindful of is giving your dog the reward after you've marked the behaviour as quickly as you possibly can. Timing is really important. So you say leave it, dog looks at you, yes, reward, 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 and make sure that the reward you're giving is more than what was in front of your dog. We'll do it one more time. Leave it. Amazing. I mean, you could drag this out. Yes, good boy. You could actually get him to leave it there for as long as you wanted to, knowing that he understands exactly what he needs to do. Make sure that you do not expect your dog to be at this stage straight away, because then you're setting your dog up for failure. So start with baby steps on lead, throwing it a long way away, and then gradually work your way up to going for gold, where you can do this. Cashew, leave it. Yes, amazing. In fact, he deserves the whole damn training treat. Well done, guys. Let me know how you go. This is 14 tricks in 14 days. Amazing what you can get your dog to do in such a short amount of time.